What's going on, Ghosties? Welcome back to Tales of Spooky Coffee House. If you're new here, welcome to our podcast. My name is Veronica,
And I'm Chelsea.
and we are your hosts. On today's episode, we will be discussing our haunted location and serial killer of the week, as well as doing a tarot card reading at the end of the podcast. All right, Chelsea, so what are you drinking on? What are you
What am I
sipping on?
drinking? What am I sipping? That makes more
Sorry,
sense.
yeah, my bad.
Um, so I actually have this new coffee that my sister just bought me, and we're gonna try it. And it is Folgers, but it's actually flavored. It's French vanilla.
Hold on. A flavored Folgers?
Yeah,
Huh, I've never seen that.
I hadn't either, and he bought it for me, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna try it." So I'm trying it black first.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there and see what I want to add to it or whatever, if I want to add anything.
So have you taken a sip yet?
No, I'm about to right now.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh my
100% do not recommend drinking black.
Oh my god, dude, what happened?
Ass.
Oh, that tasted like ass?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Alright, go add whatever you need to add, girl.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I got this.
You're good. That was really funny. I love that.
Yeah. Oh my god, no, I'm not doing that again. Alright. So I just added peppermint stick and just some vanilla bean coffee creamer because I feel like that's probably gonna be my best bet. I don't want to add. That's gonna make it worse. So
I'm so curious to try it now.
I'll send you the rest of the fucking bottle.
Oh, cool, thanks. So you don't like it at all? Well, I mean, you just added
Not
your
black.
stuff.
I just tasted it right now. It actually tastes like way better.
Okay.
It
Oh,
actually kind of tastes like a little bit cinnamony, like vanilla ice cream with cinnamon in it.
I do like my cinnamon flavors because I do like Fireball.
Yeah. Yeah, that tastes a lot better. I'll drink it with creamer.
You almost died.
Dude, I know. Oh my god, my stomach kind of churned a little bit.
Oh no! Are you gonna get sick in the middle of the episode?
I really hope not. I mean, I
That'll
almost
be
died in the first, 5 minutes, so.
that'll be hilarious. I mean, I'd be concerned too. Like, don't get me wrong, but that'd be hilarious.
Shut up. Are you still on your coffee ban?
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I'm telling you guys. I said this last episode. I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make it up to you, okay?
I'm gonna
I'm
make it
gonna
up.
be like, I'm gonna be like Chandler in that one episode of Friends where he has to break up with Janice, and he's like drinking all those espresso shots. That's gonna be me.
Oh my god. That's gonna be an interesting episode.
Speaking of episodes, this is what, our fourth episode? Wow.
I know. It's crazy.
Thank you guys so much for the support and the love and for listening to our podcast. We truly appreciate you guys. We do have other things for you guys to look forward to. Do you want to tell us about a couple of our ideas that we have going, Chelsea?
Sure. So next episode's actually gonna be a fun one. We are still gonna be doing a serial killer and a haunted place, but it's gonna be different because we actually have recorded this episode, 4 times already? Or tried to 4 different times. For those of you that don't know, I was just recently in California. So Veronica and I got to hang out in person for the first time in 4 years. And so we tried to record an episode where we were just getting our reactions to learning things about a serial killer from our hometown and about a haunted location that's in the next town over. And it didn't go very well.
To say the least. To say the least. I mean,
It was a disaster.
I love going to this location and I'm so excited for this episode, you guys. But I've gone to this location so many times and with different people, you know. But when you and I went, it it was crazy. It was crazy. I want to go back, but I kind of want to go back with you now.
The, I I don't know. I had like bad vibes the whole time, and I think that's kind of why like I just wanted to go. And I was freezing for some reason. I don't know why. Which I'm in Indiana right now, and we just had like this big snowstorm. So I went from a big snowstorm and like 2-degree weather to what was it like 68 and 70 over there.
Yeah, I think that night
And
it was
I
like
was
70 something though.
Yeah, and I was freezing. Like, and it
Mhm.
wasn't. It was just as soon as we got there, like I was. Oh no, I just bad vibes. I'm like, go start, but I stuck it out because I wanted to do it, and then yeah, we'll go more into why we left. What we did.
Yeah, it's something happened to Chelsea that I want to hear you talk about because you didn't really talk about it because you were really spooked.
I wasn't so much spooked as just like surprised, and also I was in California, so I was under the influence.
Of what? What do you mean?
Anyways, you can also expect we're working on a short story podcast episode, which will be fun.
I'm
It's
excited for
inspired.
that.
Yeah, I am too. It's inspired by one of the places that we have talked about. I won't give much more detail than that. And then the last special episode that we're working on is one that talks about our experience, different from the episode 5 where we're talking about serial killer and haunted place, because we are going to talk about our experience that happened there. Um, but this episode will be focused on other things that we've experienced.
And also, if I may add really quickly, the experience episodes, the first one we're gonna do, it's gonna be Chelsea and I. But also, if any of you guys out there, any of our listeners, any of our 2 listeners, and that goes to Chelsea's mom and me. I'm just kidding.
We have more listeners than that.
Okay, 4. We want to know what experiences you guys have had. So if you guys have any experiences with the paranormal, feel free to tell us about it, whether it's through our social media, whether you message us privately or personally, I mean. And if you're willing to be on the podcast to talk about your experience, we'd absolutely love that. So just putting that out there a little early on so you guys have time to hit us up with your stories.
That would be fun to talk to people we know about their experiences.
Hmm.
Oh, we're also working on an episode that's going to talk about different spooky things.
We are?
Yes. Yes, we are. The one that I messaged you about today.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not so much, it's like, it's both our experiences with them, but also just like devices. I don't think that's the right word, but whatever. The devices and like
Equipment?
them.
Equipment.
Yeah, equipment. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not really equipment, but close.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Anyways, spooky devices that you use. We're just going to talk about the different ones, and then we can talk about the experience at the haunted location at that episode.
I'm sure we're going to talk about it in episode 5, but we'll definitely bring it back up for that
Maybe we'll
one.
go more in depth in that episode.
Hmm. Most definitely.
So Veronica,
Yes, Chelsea.
I heard you have a child now.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for asking. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am a mother. My son's name is Grogu, and baby daddy is Dinjarin. You know what? And I'm not as like I'm not saying I hate Star Wars, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. Like I've never really seen the movies except the one when Anakin becomes Darth Vader. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Anyways,
Oh my God. My inner child just like wanted to punch you so hard because I grew up on Star Wars with my cousins,
mhm.
and yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone grows up differently, okay? I grew up under a rock. Like I grew up watching the same things over and over again. I was never like it was never a thing to go to the movie theaters in this household. Like I don't know, it still
I
isn't.
never watched any of the Star Wars movies in the movie theater.
You never? Or you
When I was a child, no, I never saw any of them. In
Oh,
the theater. I had them all on VHS.
alrighty. Well, good for you, boo. Good for you. I'll try. I mean, I have Disney Plus. I will try to watch them, but it's kind of hard. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I keep
somehow,
thinking about them.
yeah, somehow I just fell in love with The Mandalorian. I remember the first time I tried watching it, didn't really catch my attention. I had it as like background noise, and then my crush on Pedro Pascal came back. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this Mandalorian thing another try. And here I am with a Grogu doll that my brother bought for me, who I'm probably gonna take to work one of these days. Um,
Bring your child to work day.
ah, yes. You know, the other day I left him sitting on a chair where my mom sits in the den, and she thought I was joking. And as soon as I closed the door and walked away to go to work, she started yelling. She's like, "I'm gonna throw him back in your room." And I was like, "Don't throw my child." And my coworker was like, he's so ugly. And I was like, first of all, I don't call your daughter ugly.
Oh my god.
It was fun. It's all fun and games. I love it. As long as I could like make people laugh even at my own expense, I don't mind it. It's all fun. But yes.
I love the photo that you posted on Instagram and Facebook with your brother's reaction when he gave you the Baby Yoda doll.
Oh yeah,
Because
well
the
it was
look on his face is just like, you're so stupid.
no, my brother would never think that of me out loud.
Your
It
face
was
says it
cute
all.
because I was literally getting ready for work. And okay, so here's the whole story behind it all. My brother came over once and I was telling him how me and my friend Lisha, see how I said friend Lisha and not coworker? She'll know what I mean by that. Anyways, so me and my friend Lisha, we went to go take the trash from the pharmacy to the back of the store, whatever. And then we're like, oh, let's go look at Grogu dolls before, on the way back. And I hope my manager's not listening to this. And so we're looking at Grogu, and she's like, oh yeah, Natalie gave me one. And I was like, what? Like, I was jealous. I was like, I want one. So I was telling my brother about that, and I was like, yeah, I really want one. That'd be cool. And I'm pretty sure I jokingly said, like, buy me one. And then he sends me a text a few days later, and he's like, your son is here. And I was like, oh my god. And it was a picture of like Grogu in the Amazon box. I was just so happy. So that day he came over, I was getting ready for work. I was getting my lunch prepared, and he had just gotten off of work. So that's why he looks tired. He's not calling me stupid. And as soon as
Oh,
like my
no,
face was out of,
he was definitely calling you stupid.
your bully is showing, Chelsea, chill, chill. But we were doing so well. I
So
want,
what?
I want to challenge us to get along for a whole podcast, or at least a whole segment.
Good luck with that.
Anyways, back to my story. So once my face is out of the fridge getting my lunch together, I turn and my brother's just holding a bag in my face, and then he's holding another bag towards like my mom's face, cause like he's bringing back bags that my mom gives him with like food and stuff. And I was like, oh, it's my baby! And yeah, so that's the story. But anyways, um, thank you for asking. So I'm kind of remembering the last episode. I believe I asked you what serial killer you'd be down to be like pen pals with. I'm not sure if you remember. I was talking about the the Museum of Death in Hollywood and how the owners would write to serial killers and have them as pen pals, and they display their letters and paintings in the museum. But you didn't have an answer at the time, so I was wondering if you might have had time to think of a serial killer.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it, and I think I read too many books because when I was actually thinking about real life serial killers, so many of them are just like molesters and rapists, and like I don't want to talk to those type of serial killers. Like I just want to talk to people that like murdered because I just want to like get in their head.
Hmm.
So I was trying to like think of who I would want to pen pal with. And the only person that I could really think of, which I can't even, I mean, I really can't even talk to them because I think there's a language barrier, but he's from the Ukraine. His name is Viktor Sayenko. Probably said that way wrong. But anyways, him and two others, were responsible for the deaths of 21 people in 2007. And they became pretty popular all around the world because they recorded the graphic crimes and leaked them on the internet.
And you said 21?
21 deaths, yeah, in
In
2007,
1 year.
in 1 year.
Holy. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would just be interesting to like talk to him and like get inside of his head about why they would do that. And like, there was a theory, but it was never proven that he did it, to get like internet famous.
Hmm.
But that was never proven. But I just think it would be interesting to like get in his head. But that's the only like serial killer I can think of.
The things people would do to go viral, man.
Yeah, I know. And I think like that's one of the reasons too, especially like in 2007, that's when like the internet was really kicking off.
Yeah.
And
We were
yeah.
so young, we do not remember, right, Chelsea?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely don't
2007.
remember, I definitely don't remember a time when Google didn't exist.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I think we were barely like crawling at that time.
Veronica,
Chelsea. Oh my god, I hate it when you say my name like that. Something creepy always comes after that. Ah.
have you ever done Bloody Mary in front of a mirror?
I have, and my mirror is currently covered by a blanket right now. So I love that you asked that question.
What, you just do it before we start recording or something?
No, I usually have it covered when I don't need it. It's I don't know. It's a fear of mine. Yeah, I'll save it for another episode or another time. But yeah, I have done Bloody Mary. I think a few times already, but I don't know. Yeah, I have. What about you? Have you?
Oh yeah.
That's a dumb question. I don't know why I'm asking you if you've done it. Of course you've had.
You right, you right.
Did anything happen when you did it?
One time for sure that I like remember distinctly, but the other times I don't think I stayed around long enough to see if anything happened.
What happened the one time?
My cousin and I, my cousin Kitty, we're calling her Kitty because that's what my
Yeah.
daughter called. My cousin Kitty and I, I think we were at a funeral. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Um,
Chelsea, there is a time and place.
we were young, like I didn't understand death at
How
the
old were
time.
you?
I don't remember. Probably like 10 to 12 or something.
Okay, I guess. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, it may not have been the funeral part. It might have been like dinner that they had like after, but we were in some place. I know it wasn't like a church or anything. It was like definitely some type of hall. And we were in the bathroom and we had checked the bathroom already, like there was nobody in there. And we were like, we should do Bloody Mary. I have no idea why. Okay. I don't remember why. I don't remember the reason. I don't remember. We were just stupid. Anyways, we turned the light off and we said Bloody Mary 3 times in front of the mirror. And there was a candle on the sink
Mhm.
right underneath the mirror. And I distinctly remember looking at my cousin's face in the mirror and it shifted. Her face shifted and then the light blew out.
What the flip, dude? What's up with you seeing people's faces shift and stuff?
I don't know, but we both screamed and ran out and I guess some of our family heard us down the hall and like gave us weird
Chelsea,
they just
don't get
gave us weird
caught.
looks. Yeah, no, they just gave us like weird looks because we were kind of like laughing. Uh,
Oh,
because I just kind of like pushed it off, but like I just laughed it off. But I was freaking the fuck out. But yeah, they just gave us weird looks and we moved on. But I have never forgotten it.
I've never, nothing's ever happened when I did Bloody Mary. I even remember, I don't know if you're gonna remember this, but I'm sure you will. The one where you like knock on the door and you have to put your ear against the door and you hear someone and you have to give them permission to come in or something like that.
Oh my god, I just got fucking chills down my back.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I never did it. I never had the balls to do it. I was like, no, I'm hearing too many stories of like people hearing things and knocking back. Like, no, no, thank you.
yeah, yeah. Ooh, Yeah, I got chills on my back on one.
I do want to ask you a little fun question though that I thought about today.
Okay.
Do you remember like a nightmare you had when you were a child that just really scared you and you still remember it till this day?
Yeah, I've got two.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you?
Yeah, I do actually. I mean, I have one that I really like remember clearly, and you guys are gonna laugh at me, but at the time it was flippin' scary, man. But tell me yours. I could wait for my embarrassing moment a little later.
I don't know. One of them, you might laugh at me for, but I was like 5 or 6. We were living with my uncle at the time, and I remember my room and all of that. And I used to have this. I don't even know if it was a dream, to be honest. But I used to see this guy all the time in my room, and that sounded really bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, it was definitely a spirit. Like there was like I could see through him and everything. But he was like a teenager, and he was always wearing a white shirt and blue jeans, and he used to just like dance and make me laugh when I couldn't sleep at night.
Oh, that's creepy.
No, I loved it. Like I distinctly
Of
remember
course you did.
like I distinctly remember like just always enjoying his company. And I don't know if it was I don't know what triggered it. We're gonna use the word trigger. I don't know what triggered it, but I was really scared this one night, and he came out and was like trying to make me laugh, and he like turned around, and when he turned back to me, he was wearing a clown mask, and I think that contributed to my fear of clowns, but I don't know what it was. Like I could tell, like when I think about it, I can tell he was trying to make me laugh, but it terrified the fuck out of me.
Mm.
I screamed and my mom came in. I never saw him again, like ever.
You probably made him feel bad.
He scared the fuck out of me. What was I supposed to do? Be like,
But he
I'm
was trying to
scared.
make you laugh.
No. And I distinctly remember that. And I just, yeah. And my mom likes to laugh now. And she's like, that was my guardian angel. Because I used to, we'll talk about this in another episode, but I used to see this like man in a tall hat that would stand in my doorway all the time. And my mom,
Abraham Lincoln?
it kind of, yeah, it kind of looks like him. But anyways, my mom has seen him since she was little, and I don't see him anymore ever since I moved out of her house. And she jokes that he's her guardian angel, and the guy in the white shirt and blue jeans was mine, and her guardian angel uh basically fired him for scaring me. And I was like, Mom, why would you say that? And she was like, well, because you saw him that night too. You used to tell me about it. And I don't remember seeing him, but like I don't remember seeing him that night. I do remember seeing him all the time, but she's like, yeah, she's like, you saw both of them, and she's like, but you've never talked about him again after that. And I was like, huh. She's like, yeah, my guardian angel probably fired him. I was like, leave it to me to get
Wow.
my guardian angel fired.
So you made him feel bad and you got him fired. Well done, Chelsea.
Well,
Well done.
I got him fired. I might have just got him banned from showing himself to me, but like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that I don't know if it was a dream or like an actual experience, but I've always like chalked it up to a dream.
Yeah.
But I distinctly remember, like, I remember the smell of the room. I remember, like, the location of my bed and my pets that were in the back. Like, I remember everything.
That's wild. I'm glad you don't live there anymore and that I don't have to be in that house.
I think you've been in that house before.
Have I?
I think you've been to my uncle's house.
With the pool?
No,
Oh, then I don't. Oh,
none of my uncle's
I.
house.
So we went somewhere and someone had a pool, and I remember jumping in the pool and I had my phone in my pocket, my flip phone.
I don't remember that.
What? Are you serious? I was with you, Nana, and Grampy, and we went to someone's house. Okay, I'll tell you a couple things.
Oh,
We
I
went.
do remember. I do remember. There was, which I mean, I guess technically her husband is my uncle, so what is okay? Yeah, like, I know whose house you're
Remember,
talking about.
remember, we ate the frosting inside, the leftover frosting. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it was my
That was
aunt's
the
house.
first time I've ever had frosting, and ugh, it was the best moment of my childhood.
Um, but yeah, my second dream, I guess I was still a child, but I was a teenager. I was like 16, and I had a, I guess they call it sleep paralysis, where you, like you're asleep but you're awake and you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened my eyes and floating above me on the ceiling, kind of like the
Oh
Winchester.
God.
Yeah, except
Mm-hmm.
without the flame. But like there was this like scary ass witch just floating up there,
I don't
and
like it.
she started screaming and like flying
Stop!
towards
I'm
me.
scared. I'm legit scared.
I couldn't fucking move. I couldn't close my eyes. Like I was so
Ew.
terrified.
Let's
And
go, Chelsea.
I wrote a story about that was inspired by that. But yeah, I was fucking terrified. And when I could finally move again, like I thought I was having an asthma attack because I couldn't fucking breathe. Yeah,
Uh,
it was terrifying. It was so terrifying.
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah,
Ew.
I'll definitely take the teenage clown over that because that was terrifying.
Just
Like
to let you know. Uh huh. Go ahead.
at least with the clown, like I knew it was trying to make me happy and laugh, and but with the witch, it was nothing but like negative vibes and just.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, just to let you know, whenever you tell me any type of story, I like picturing it in my head, and I do a very good job at making, like, that image clear for myself. So as soon as you said that, I pictured it. I pictured the screaming. Oh, I don't like it. Well, that's gonna make my freaking nightmares seem like the fucking bullshit. I should have gone first.
Well, you made me go first, so now you're stuck.
You know what? I'm just not gonna say it.
No, you're gonna say it.
I
Say it.
am. So when I was little, I had a dream that, and when I say little, I mean like six, like 5, 6 years old. Yes, I remember because it traumatized me at that age. Not anymore, not anymore. But in my dream, it's like just all pitch black. It's you could see like if someone was standing in front of me, like I could see them clearly. But other than that, I was just like in a black room, and I was laying down, and I believe I was playing dead because right next to me was the Energizer Bunny going back and forth.
Get the fuck out of here. The Energizer Bunny. You were playing dead because the Energizer Bunny was next to you?
It was going back and forth beating the drum, and then it was trying to kill me by injecting me with something. Like it had like a syringe too. Like I don't know. I don't
What,
remember
it
it
was
holding
beating
the
its drum
syringe.
with a syringe?
I don't remember it holding the syringe, but I just for some reason the syringe was part of it. Like it was trying to kill me by injection or something. And yeah, that was my nightmare.
I fucking can't with you right now.
Oh my
Could have gone
god.
first.
I told you I'm so stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
We're gonna write a short story about Veronica's experience with the Energizer Bunny.
I'll reenact it, bro. I'll reenact seeing the drum walking back and forth, and I was playing dead. Like, oh no, I don't know. Let's let's move on from this very embarrassing moment. Chelsea, would you please mind starting
Embarrassing
us
is
off?
an understatement. I'm never gonna let you live that down now.
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
do
I guess
something
that's
for
gonna be my
Halloween.
consequence to my decision, my choice of telling you that story.
Did you hear what I said?
No,
I'm gonna dress up as an Energizer Bunny for Halloween.
you're you're flipping dumb, dude. Because I'm not even scared. Watch me get triggered. Like ah.
No, no, no. You know, it'd be. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna tell you because you're gonna forget. Uh, one day in the future, when I have enough money to go to California, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm going. I'm gonna show up at your fucking door dressed as the Energizer Bunny.
Chelsea, sweetie, you know what I'm gonna do to your bitch ass? You
You're
wanna
so
know?
adventurous.
Whenever you're staying at Nana's house or wherever the fuck you're staying, because I'll know. I'll know. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find a way to get in your room while you're sleeping, and I'm gonna place my porcelain dolls all over the room facing you, and I'll stand in the dark corner with a clown outfit on. And I'll
Literally wait.
start dancing like the guy. I'll start dancing with the clown mask.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If I see you dancing like that, my first reaction is probably gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Why the fuck are you twerking, clown?
Now all I can picture is the guy twerking.
Oh, no. That guardian angel
Come on, can
man.
we move on now?
Yes, please. Tell us about the haunted place of the week, please.
So I did something local this week.
Mhm.
Um, not really local, but like within my state. So we're gonna talk about the haunted bridge in Avon, Indiana,
Mhm.
which runs across White Lick Creek. It's right outside of Indianapolis, so it's still like a couple hours from me. The bridge is 300 feet long and 70 feet high, and still to this day, a lot of the locals who drive under the bridge will honk their horns to prevent hearing any noises coming from the bridge.
Wow, I like that.
I think that's interesting. So
Yeah.
there's not really um, there's lots of legends that are attached to this bridge,
Mhm.
surprisingly, but nobody can agree on like one legend, so it's just kind of like all there.
Mhm.
But the one thing that, or not really one thing, but the things that people are in agreement with is they hear screaming. They cannot agree on if it's a man or a woman. We'll go into that more, but they do hear screaming coming from the bridge.
Mhm.
Some people hear pounding coming from within the walls of the bridge. And some people claim that they've seen blood dripping off of the bridge, while others claim that it's not blood, that it's tears from the ghost.
Are you gonna? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be clearing my throat a lot during this episode. Just promise me you'll take Steph and I when we're out there. I'm very interested to see this bridge.
Yeah, I am too. I was gonna make a trip before we recorded this episode, but then I ended up going to California, so I didn't have the time. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's definitely one of the places that I want to go visit out here. Anyways, some of the legends that are attached to the bridge. The first one is that during the construction in 1906, some people say it's an unknown. Some people say that it's the person's name is Dad Jones. Just depends on what story you're listening to.
Mhm.
But they all agree that the construction of the bridge, a worker was standing on a wooden platform and him and his partner were pouring concrete when the platform collapsed. One of the workers was thrown to safety while the other one fell into the wet concrete and was buried alive.
No.
Yeah, there's no record of that being true, but also many people agree that if they had tried to take the body out, it would have been more expensive than to just leave it there.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait. So is it still there?
If it's true, yeah, his body's still there.
What the flip? All because they wanted to save some money?
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy, poor soul.
So that's where some people claim that the screaming is coming from, is that it's this guy that's trapped in the concrete,
No.
yeah, and that the pounding that they hear is him trying to get out.
Stop, that's so sad. I don't want to go anymore.
Nobody can agree though on whether or not this legend is true, and they
Mhm.
can't even agree on the race of the worker. A lot of people say that it's an African American, and others believe that it was Asian or Chinese descent,
Mhm.
which at the time both would have been used for hard labor like building a bridge. So
Mhm.
either one could be possible, but like I said, there's no proof that
Mhm.
it actually happened. But things like that, especially at the time it was built, like any person of color, like stuff like that wouldn't have been posted in newspapers. So it
Oh,
it is very possible that that did happen.
that breaks my heart. It makes sense too that they don't want to spend like extra money. Oh, dude, I hate that so much. How sad.
It gets worse.
Oh God.
The next legend claims that four workers died during the building of the bridge from falling off and into the creek below. And there's no like newspaper or any type of like paper record,
Mhm.
but there is a plaque supposedly on the bridge that claims that the four workers did die from falling off.
Well, we're gonna have to. Well, I mean, you probably will go before Steph and I go out there, but
No, I
definitely
can,
keep an eye out for that.
yeah. But there's a lot of people that claim that they can hear splashes and what sounds like thuds, like what sounds like bodies falling. But when they look near the creek, the water's calm and there's nothing there.
I just had a 9/11 flashback to that one
Oh
video.
God. Oh yeah. As soon as you said 9/11, I can't believe they showed that in middle school.
I know. Like you had to watch it.
Yeah. Anyways, we're moving on from that
Yeah.
track. Um, the last story and what I think is the worst one is the last legend attached to the bridge. Um, claims that a mother and her baby were walking across the bridge when a train began approaching. And this bridge is meant for trains, by the way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, one part of it, one legend claims that her and her baby fell off when the train came. Another claims that she tried to save her baby by placing it somewhere and the baby fell off the bridge and then she fell off after it trying to catch it from falling. So that part is unclear, but what is agreed upon is that people can hear what sounds like a woman crying, screaming with the baby crying.
Uh, so heartbreaking.
Yeah. It was like every time I read, like, because I was so surprised that there was multiple legends attached to the bridge, but I was like, Jesus Christ, it keeps getting worse and worse. Like,
Yeah.
but do you think it's possible that any of the legends are true?
Of course. I mean, the second one you said definitely like, well, actually the first one definitely makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I find it all possible. It's just so sad and I'm glad there's no in a way I'm happy that there's no like record, you know, cuz there's that chance that they're not true cuz that's just so heartbreaking.
Yeah. And I'll have to show you pictures of the bridge, but the way that the bridge is set up, there's a
We could
lot of,
post them on Instagram as well for everyone
yeah,
to
we'll
see.
post them on Instagram. A lot of holes in the construction, okay?
Mhm.
It's, for one, it's got three tiers. So it's got three different sections. You have the creek in the middle, and then you have both the lanes for both sides of traffic, okay? And then you have the bridge or the train that goes over the bridge.
Mhm.
And even with those pillars that divide each of the three sections on the bottom, there's a lot of holes within there too. So, do you think that with all these holes and the height and length of the bridge, do you think it's possible that what people are hearing are just echoes of noise passing through the holes? That the screaming that they hear is just echoing?
Well, it could be, but like that's a great way to try to debunk some of the noises that people hear, but also you mentioned that, you know, people would hear what was it, thudding, sorry, not thudding, is that even a word? Banging. And they look around and everything's calm. The water is calm. There's nothing going on. So, it still doesn't explain where the original noise would be coming from to make those echoes. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's possible for both.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense that there would be no record of the construction worker if they were colored, and at the time, like, it would make sense they wouldn't put that in a newspaper, but
Hmm.
I mean, unless the mother was a colored person too, like, I feel like that would have made the newspaper.
Well, there's also the chance of the city not wanting a bad reputation or something, and they wanted to keep it
At the
under
time,
wraps.
maybe. I mean, the town pretty much, like, eats up all of the attention that they get for these legends
Hmm.
now. But like I said, maybe at the time they may not have, I'm not sure. Do you want to introduce the serial killer of the week?
Yes, I do. So, my serial killer of the week is, it's called the Paraquat Murders, also known as the Vending Machine Murders. Vending Machine Murders. What?
Vending machines?
Vending Machine's sister. You got mad at me last episode. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying I don't have the genitals to be a brother.
Okay, but it's just, anyways, you just don't get it, okay? It's a reference to a show. Anyways,
What?
the vending machine, it's, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed to say. I think it's Sam
You
and
won't
Kobe.
embarrass yourself enough this episode, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
that's true.
do that.
Well, I like watching ghost hunting videos. I'm a huge fan of Sam and Kobe and TFIL. And they're a bunch of dudes that go ghost hunting. So it's like really funny, but really like, when they get scared, like, I don't know. Anyways, they call each other brother. And so Stephanie and I would watch it a lot, and together when she would come over, she doesn't like me anymore, so she barely comes over. And so me and her started calling each other brother, so it's just become a habit of mine. So it's like saying dude, you know?
I mean, I guess.
You really made me explain myself. Anyways, the vending machine murders. Let's see. Let's get into when and where really quick. These murders took place in Japan between April 30th and November 17th, 1985. So there were drinks left either around or inside the vending machines that were poisoned with an herbicide called paraquat, and in one case, one was poisoned with diquat. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
I'm sorry,
Now,
what?
diquat, D-I Diqat.
Okay, just keep going.
I hate you.
You love me.
Anyway, to be who what an herbicide is, like my dumbass, it's a plant killer.
You don't
Um,
know it. Oh, wow. Okay.
Stop!
Keep going, just keep going.
I'm just a no sabo kid, you know? Anyways. So, a couple of facts about this paraquat thing that was used to poison people. And now I can't find the words. So paraquat is, banned in over 60 countries. 60 countries. Paraquat is known as, one of the most widely used herbicides in the world. It is also known to be the most dangerous one. Just a small sip of this stuff could end you. Could end an adult, to be more specific, okay? Just a small sip. That's all you need. Also, paraquat has been linked to Parkinson's disease. Evidence in recent years show that repeated exposure to this herbicide is enough to possibly developing Parkinson's by 150%.
Okay, so it can cause Parkinson's, but it's not like the reason for it.
No, 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 no. But it could
Oh,
cause it. Too much exposure. So someone that, I don't know, does gardening or something, like, be careful. Um, the,
wait, is it like a natural thing or
no, it's an ingredient that you find in, like, those sprays you get at Home Depot to, like, kill the weeds?
really?
It's most likely that's gonna be like the main ingredient in it.
Oh shit.
and it's still available here, but it's banned in over 60 countries. So I don't know what we're doing, you know?
Thank God I don't use any type of pesticides or anything for my gardening.
The first poisoning and death occurred April 30th, 1985 in Fukuyama, Hiroshima. In this case, the drink was found on top of the vending machine. After this incident, 11 more murders would occur between September 11th and November 17th. Alright, Chelsea, look, I get it. I get it. When you're thirsty, you're thirsty. And sometimes you don't have money on hand to buy a drink. But personally, I would never, ever think to touch a drink that's just been left around, even if it looks closed and untouched. And I've seen closed beverages left around, like the parking lot at work or even by the vending machines. But no, I will not touch it. I won't even give it a second look. And
I was I was wondering when you said like they were left around. I was like, are they left like were they in the vending machine or were they like they left around it? Like,
yeah, they
but
were all
no,
left around it. I think there are some instances where they were inside the vending machines, but from what I can remember, it's mainly found around the vending machine.
yeah, I would never touch something that's been left behind. Like, I don't even if I leave my drink for if I even look away from my drink, I won't touch it.
Yeah.
Let alone going and picking up some random drink on the side of the road or something.
So vending machine operators would place warning signs on the vending machines in an attempt to prevent people from drinking these poison drinks, which did seem to work, which is good. There was at least
Sad that
one
they needed a sign for that, though.
what was that?
It's sad that they even needed a sign for that, though.
Right?
Like,
Well,
it's just common sense. But then you have warnings like, hey, don't put your fingers in light sockets and stuff like that.
I mean, I guess there's just people that don't know better.
I mean, yeah, this generation just ate Tide Pods recently, so.
That's true, but remember, this was back like in the 80s. So I think if you go the further back in time you go, the more trusting people seem to be, you know? To where
Yeah,
now like we've been through enough bullshit in this world to not trust anyone or anything.
yeah, that's true. Like, people don't even let their kids play on the streets anymore because you just can't trust people.
Exactly. So there was at least one unknown person who attempted to imitate the murders by putting lime sulfur into drinks in Tokyo. So there was a wannabe copycat. So overall, there were a total of 12 victims killed and 35 who were poisoned. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, no one was ever caught for these murders.
Are you serious?
No one was ever caught, which is crazy, but yep.
That is crazy.
12 victims killed, 35 poisoned. No one ever caught for committing these crimes. But yeah, that's all I have. It's a short one, but I just thought it was just so interesting.
That, no, that really is interesting, especially like that nobody got caught for it.
Mhm.
It makes me wonder if they were either really good at like hiding the evidence of who they were, especially because there's like what, like there's no fingerprints or anything. They had fingerprinting identification in the 80s.
This is also a different country, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess it's Japan, you said?
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
know.
country, right?
I just couldn't remember what country you said, but then I remember you said Hiroshima, and that's Japan, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And cause I remember looking for like a serial killer and we're trying to do serial killers that are not too well known. Um, and I just saw vending machine murders and I was like, what? And it grabs my attention. So, yeah, think twice before you, pick up a drink that you didn't see where it came from, you know?
Or just don't pick up drinks that you didn't order or try to buy.
That's true. So yeah, that being my segment, Chelsea, would you like to finish us off with the tarot card reading?
Sure. This week's tarot card reading is for our friend Tay Tay. That's her nickname.
Tay Tay.
Yeah, we definitely did that because Veronica just tried calling her to ask her what she wanted her nickname to be, and she
She's
got mad at
mean.
her for calling her.
She's mean. She literally said, "That's what she called me for a nickname." She's mean.
So we're calling her Tay Tay. So, Tay Tay, your first question was, does a specific person genuine when they tell you that they're sorry? And the card that was felt was the King of Swords. You have a lot of intellect, self-discipline, and clarity. You think logically, and you have a lot of integrity on judging situations with rational thinking. So, whatever you're thinking the answer is, you're probably right. So just go with your gut feeling, and that's going to give you your answer. Your second question is, will I get my promotion outside of my location? And that was the Six of Swords. And with that, and the King of Swords, you're transitioning right now into a different person, a much calmer and wiser one. And you're probably at the end of a really difficult period. This takes the form of ending a painful relationship. It might also signify travel and escape, but you feel deflated coming through this tough time. So you need to stay in touch with your tuition and within yourself, and you're gonna emerge out of this victorious. So perhaps it's whatever you decide your feeling is for your first question is probably going to lead you to the path on answering your second.
Yeah, so it might be difficult to kind of come to terms what your gut is telling you, and maybe that's why you feel like you're unsure whether to trust the person or not. So sometimes the truth sucks, and hopefully your gut's telling you that the person is being genuine. But you know, I'm glad to hear that you're gonna get out of this dark place for sure.
And that card being interpreted with your next card for your next question plays a lot together. Your last question was, are you going to get this job that you applied for? And the last card did reveal that you are going to be doing traveling. And with this next card, the one that was felt was the Four of Swords. And you're probably feeling really drained right now, and mentally overloaded. So you need to take the time to relax and find a way that calms you. So whether that's meditation or yoga or art or whatever it is that relaxes you, but it's important to take things easy for a while and take some time for yourself. Focus on recuperating and just recovering from everything that you're going through.
Definitely wish you the best, Tay Tay. We love you so much, and I hope that reading definitely helps you.
Just remember that you're very naturally intuitive. So just go with your gut feeling, and even if it's hard, don't question yourself.
Agreed. So on that note, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. Make sure to give our social medias a follow where we will be answering questions and doing polls. If you want a tarot card reading from us, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram because that's mainly where we're at right now. You can send us questions, or if you just want, a few cards read to you with a message from spirit guides,
Or
that's
even if
fine
you just
too.
want to say hi.
Yeah. No one's DM'd us yet. Well, one person has DM'd us. Shout out to Miley. She has DM'd us on our Instagram page. So yeah, let us know how we're doing, what you want to hear about. We're very open book. So that being said, we are your hosts. I am Veronica.
And I'm Chelsea.
Have a spooky weekend, guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.